Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Charlotte. Today we're doing a fun video that I've seen a lot of newer booktubers do, which is the BOOKTUBE NEWBIE tag. So even though I've already posted a few videos already, I didn't know this tag existed, and now that I know, I thought it would be fun to do like a little introduction into who I am and my reading journey and what kind of books I like, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's just get into it. So the first question of the tag is, why did you start this channel? So I have been a big YouTube watcher for years, like since my teenagehood. I was there for all the OG like beauty gurus, and then BookTube is actually what got me back into reading as an adult. And I just absolutely love watching booktubers. I'll put a few of my favorites on the screen. I just find it so much fun. I love longer videos, hearing people go more in depth with their thoughts on books and what they're reading than you can get on, say, like Instagram or TikTok or something like that. So I actually found the BookTube community before sort of the Instagram community, and I started a Bookstagram account a bit over a year ago, which I absolutely love doing. It's so much fun, and I've met so many amazing people through my account and made so many genuine friendships that I love. And so I feel like that account has got me a bit more used to, using a camera and like talking on screen and getting a bit more comfortable. So I thought it would be a good time to try out going on YouTube, because I have so many thoughts and I have so many rambles and I just love to yap. So a YouTube video gives the opportunity for that. Yeah, that's why I decided to start, even though I am still a little bit terrified. Second question is, what are you going to bring to BookTube that is unique? This is a bit of a scary question because I don't know. Okay, I'm going to say I'm Australian, which is unique because a lot of the big booktubers are from US and UK, although one of my favorite booktubers, Rachel Catherine, she is Australian. So that's one thing. I also absolutely love special edition collecting, if you can see from my shelves, and I love to yap. I don't really know if any of that is unique, but that is my best answer to the question. Hopefully that's good enough. And the third question is, why do you love reading? Guys. Okay, I feel like I have a pretty basic answer for this one, but honestly, for escapism, like I just love getting lost in like a new world, a new story, forgetting about real life. And I just find reading is one of the few things that can capture my attention for a long period of time and really like get me out of my own head and overthinking, which I do quite a lot. I just love being obsessed with fictional characters, and honestly, you probably won't catch me reading a sad book, because the reason I love reading is just to read about happy stuff, because there's so much bad stuff in the world and I just want to have a good time, and reading really gives me that escapism to be able to do that. The fourth question is, what are your favorite books? Off the top of my head, I don't know if they're in shot, but I have my Sarah J Maas shelves up there, and my favorite series ever is basic, I know, but it's ACOTAR. It is, and honestly, I read it 2 years ago and I've reread it, and nothing has ever made me feel the same way. I love ACOTAR so much. ACOMAF is my favorite book, and I refuse to be ashamed for that. So ACOTAR, definitely. My other favorite books are Emily Henry's books. This is my Emily Henry shelf. I absolutely love all of her books. Book Lovers is one of my favorite books ever. It's up there with ACOMAF. I have just never read a romance that I connected with so much and just absolutely adored so much as I did with Book Lovers, and I could actually talk about it forever, so I'm going to stop myself. My other favorites by Emily Henry are Happy Place and Funny Story. They would both be like up there in some of my favorite books. Aside from those, which are probably the main two, one of my other favorite books ever is Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I actually just reread it recently for the third time to annotate it for one of my friends, which was so much fun. I just absolutely love Carrie, and I'm thoroughly upset that she is not real, and her story and journey was just so good. One of my other favorite series ever is the Addicted Calloway Sisters series. which I have here. Amazing found family, such character-driven stories that I am also upset that these characters aren't real. And I really want to do a reread because I probably read it a couple years ago now, but the books are so good. Another favorite series ever would have to be Throne of Glass. Another one that is basic, but it is so good. Hello. Okay. Throne of Glass is just so good, and I think about the characters all the time. The storyline is just amazing. ACOTAR is my personal favorite, but Throne of Glass is very close there. And then thinking of like just a few other favorite romances, because I know my list is already long. Anything by Abby Jimenez, I adore. I love Hannah Grace's Icebreaker series. I absolutely love Heartstopper. It's so good. And then some other fantasies that I love. I love the Folk of the Air series by Holly Black. I love Divine Rivals, that duology by Rebecca Ross. I love the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. I love the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy by Stephanie Garber. I probably have a million more. A lot of the books that I have special editions for, I absolutely love the books. So, yeah. Hopefully that wasn't too long. I could talk about favorite books forever because I have a million of them. Okay, the next question is, what challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will bring? Having made a few videos already, I have realized that making long form content takes so long. Like, I was already spending a lot of time on Instagram content, like posts, reels, everything like that. But editing a like full-length video, making a thumbnail, description, like all of that kind of stuff, it takes a long time. So that's a challenge. Also, I know the BookTube world is quite flooded with many amazing booktubers already. So who really knows if I'll make a difference? But you know what? I'm just here for fun and to try it out and just have a yap. I don't know, there's probably a million more, but that's what I'm going to say for now. Next question is, when did you start reading? And the answer to this is I always have been reading. I was always a reader since I was a kid, but I would always go in and out of phases of binging books constantly and then not reading anything for ages. So if I think back on my book journey, I remember really getting into reading when I was in year 3. My teacher got me the book The Key to Rondo by Emily Rodda, and I devoured it. I was obsessed. I used to constantly imagine myself getting transported into that world, and I know that kickstarted a lot of binging. I think I read quite a lot throughout all of primary school, and then when I got to high school, yeah, like I said, I would kind of dip in and out of it. I had a big dystopian phase when that was all the hype when I was like 13, 14, like Divergent was everything to me. I would reread those books constantly. But then with sort of year 12, uni, I didn't read as much. And then I kind of got back into reading, I think 2021 maybe, because I saw Rachel Catherine start reading again. And I was already watching all her YouTube videos. And so I slowly started reading again. And then I started getting like hooked on reading, like reading nonstop in April 2022. And since then, I just have not stopped reading constantly. So a bit of a long answer, but the answer is kind of always, but also kind of got back into it a couple years ago. Next question is, where do you read? This is a bit of a random question, but I guess I've got to say on my bed most of the time, on the couch sometimes, in my egg chair that I have, and then also while commuting. I also listen to a lot of audiobooks. So basically anytime I am cleaning, getting ready, out on a walk, I don't know, if I'm ever going somewhere where I can put an audiobook on, I will have it on. So I could basically be reading like all the time. The next question is, what genres do you read? So it's probably clear from my bookshelf tour, and if you can see my background, my main 2 genres are definitely contemporary romance and fantasy, especially romantasy. I don't read a lot of like high fantasy, definitely ones with a romance subplot. I do also read the occasional mystery or thriller. I have to be in the mood for it though, and I can never read too many because I'm very easily spooked out by things and I will get nightmares. And then there's also the very sporadic literary fiction, memoir. I've read like 1 memoir a year for the past 2 years. Those are kind of the main genres, and I read both adult and young adult. The next question is just about like, what is your book collection? So if you are curious, I will direct you to my bookshelf tour because I filmed an in-depth bookshelf tour. But basically I have 3 big shelves here of books that I've read, including lots of special editions because I have an addiction. And then I have a couple smaller shelves with my physical TBR. But I absolutely love my book collection. It is my prized possession. And then the last bit is just anything else you would like to share. So I guess I will just take this opportunity to say thank you to anyone watching. Thank you to all my beautiful friends on Bookstagram who have come over to watch me on YouTube because it really means the world to me to have your support. Basically, I'm just really excited about this channel because I really love basically talking for a really long time and going in detail about books, but there isn't as much space for that on Instagram. And like I said, it could flop completely, but I'm having a good time and giving it a go. So I guess that's all that matters. And I have lots of fun video ideas planned. So definitely stick around if you want to see. Also follow my Instagram if you're interested in more of my day-to-day reading and reviews and everything like that. It's a bit more up to date. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where 2025 reading takes me because 2024 was such a great year and held so many more opportunities than I ever thought it would. Okay, I'm going to shut up now because I have been talking for a very long time, but I really hope you enjoyed this video. I would love if you would like and subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below letting me know what your 2025 book goals are because I would love to hear, because starting this channel is one of mine even though it's very scary. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.